We are continuing to follow this weather alert right now. I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens, and if you are watching us from Pinal County, right now we have a severe storm with a radar indicated rotation that could be a tornado moving into southern Pinal County right now. So I want to get you into the radar. This warning goes until 4:30, so we have 16 minutes left to go as I look at the time there on the screen. It's moving to the north about 20 miles per hour, and I'm going to stop this for you as we zoom on in here and get a look at this storm. Not just with heavy rain, but a hail core on it. That's kind of the silver color you see here on the map. And the hail with this may be the size of golf balls. So very large hail and very damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour with this storm, regardless if there's an actual tornado touching the ground or not. So no matter what, it's going to be an issue. The tornado warning has been issued because of rotation that was indicated on the radar and because spotters that happened to be in that area said that they saw a wall cloud descending from this that was showing signs of rotation. I don't have any reports right now of either a funnel cloud or a tornado, but we do have a rotating storm regardless and a warning till 4:30. So if you are watching us from southern Pinal County, this is a very dangerous storm. You want to stay inside right now. Do not head out until after this clears out, and it's going to take a while. It is moving to the north right now at about 20 miles per hour. I'm going to put one loop on this so you can see the movement. Again, going up to the north. If it can hold together, it is going to be bringing some heavy rain in between Eloy and Picacho Peak in about 45 minutes. But we'll have to see what happens with the warning on this. It does look like the National Weather Service already dropped the severe thunderstorm warning with it that was set to expire at 4:15. And I'm just kind of checking over here the chat from them that I get updates from them on. And I haven't seen anything else come in. So we'll be watching that. But regardless, we're looking at heavy rain. We're looking at hail with this that could cause damage. Gusty winds over 60 miles per hour. And the winds with these storms have been no joke. We're still waiting for a confirmation on last night's storms that came through Phoenix as to if that 86 mile per hour wind gust that got reported at Phoenix Sky Harbor was legit. I called the National Weather Service myself this afternoon. They said that they are investigating it as they look at the possibility of wind gusts of at least 70 miles per hour, but they had their doubts about that 86. It does mean that no matter what, we're seeing potentially damaging winds out of these storms because we're talking a minimum 60 to 70 mile per hour winds with some of these stronger storms that are getting the severe thunderstorm warnings on them. But again, as you look at the radar right now, a tornado warning, this storm just sitting to the west southwest of Picacho Peak and moving to the north. Now, all that's out there at this point is some farmland, maybe a few houses. This is not going to be hitting any major metro areas, but there are still people down there, and if you're watching us from there, you need to know that this is not a storm to mess around with. Stay inside. We are waiting for this to clear out to the north. It's going to take a while. Moving north right now at about 20 miles per hour, and if it holds together, it's going to be bringing some minimum of big winds to Arizona City, Eloy, and Picacho Peak, and then potentially the rain intensity picking up in those areas as well in 45 minutes. So that's what we're watching at this point. I do want to let you know, as far as the valley forecast goes, we still have a chance for storms here as well. And with all of this, we have a chance for more flash flooding. In fact, as we look at the excessive rainfall risk today, we have a slight risk, which is in the yellow, for scattered flash floods from Flagstaff down just north and east of Phoenix and across the eastern edge of Pinal County and Pima County. So flooding is going to be an issue as well, along with this severe weather threat that we are seeing, especially down just off to the west of Picacho Peak. You can see all the areas here in dark green are under a marginal risk for severe weather today, and that means that storms could pop up in these areas, kicking out damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, hail, heavy rain, flooding, and maybe even areas of blowing dust. Now, as we go into tomorrow, Phoenix, this storm chance is going to go down to about 20% in the morning, and then we're going to be done. The rest of the week looks clear, but today we are catching the tail end of what's left of what was once Hurricane K, and just like we saw last night, it is causing trouble. Right now, the biggest concern is that tornado warning, but we also have southeastern Arizona just lit up, alert on top of alert down there. It's kind of hard to tell what's even going on because there's so many weather alerts that have been issued for southern and southeastern Arizona. All of the green polygons are flood advisories, the dark red flash flood warnings, and the orange severe thunderstorm warning. So really, southern Arizona is just getting a powerful hit of storms today. We also have storms out to the east and up to the north. We have flash flooding happening right now to the southeast of Flagstaff. As I zoom in here on the radar there, this is essentially to the east of Mormon Lake, stretching up toward I-40. So we do have